Good evening and welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Inbaal. I'm a psychic, tarot reader, and a witch, and I'm here with live tarot readings, especially for Taurus season, which has just started yesterday, maybe the late night of the day before. Let me talk you around the studio so that you see exactly what goes on here. If you're new, you need the introduction. If you're not, and if you're old, then you can manage without. Hold on for your readings. Let me pull out my tarot cards. You can request, if you like, Thoth Tarot. You can request Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. Or you can request crystal ball, which is all the way down there. So I'm not gonna pull it out yet, but let me just introduce you to the show, introduce you to the channel so that you know what you're able to do here, what you can get done for you. This is also a special message to everybody that messages me throughout the week asking for free readings. This is your only opportunity once a week to get a little free reading. You get a little taster. We have lots of fun together. And then for the rest of the week, you don't message me on my Instagram and ask me for a free reading because I don't have them. I have paid readings, plenty of them. So what we do here, we can chat about what Taurus season means to you, especially if you're a Taurus. Special welcome to you. I can see Andrew is joining us for the first time, and he is a Taurus, so we're going to see his message in a little bit. If you are watching us right now on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitch, you're watching us live, you can send a message that will find its way to the studio, just like Musa, who is watching us on YouTube. So you can see the little YouTube icon, and you can see his message saying, "Hey, Inbaal, I have to bring it to the screen. So I'll see it on my screen. I'll bring it to our joint screen." If you use that to ask a question, a psychic question, then I'll go through your questions. We'll have a little look. This is especially good if you are developing your psychic ability right now, or if you're learning the tarot right now, because you will see how I do things, and maybe that'll enhance the way that you do things. So here are a few messages. Kathy A is saying, "I'm here early, cannot wait." I can see you sent that like 15 minutes early. I love that you are here so early. Chris is saying, "Hello, everyone." Hello to you, Chris. And Andrew is saying, "Good afternoon, Taurus here." Yeah, let us know whereabouts in the world you are actually, because here it's nighttime. I'm broadcasting at you live from the UK. If you are in the US, I guess East Coast, it must be like 5 o'clock. If you're in the US West Coast, it must be like 2 o'clock. And sometimes we get people watching from like India, where it will be like midnight, or even Japan, where it would be later than midnight, but I don't know exactly where. And here and there, we get people from Australia. Welcome to everybody. It is exciting for me to see new names, new nationalities, new locations in our chat box. We've got show mascot Mark saying, "Good evening, lovely. Hope you and yours are all good. Good evening, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe so that you know when Inbaal is on." Now let's talk about Taurus. And he's put a symbol of Taurus and a symbol of the bull. So if you don't know the different astrological glyphs, yeah, so like the sketches, then Taurus is a circle with two little horns on top representing the bull. The Taurus is the symbol of the bull. It starts right about now, so 20th, 21st of April, and it runs until maybe 22nd, 23rd of May. Taurus is represented by a tarot card called the Hierophant. I'm going to pull out a couple of Hierophants, and then I'll show you other cards that represent Taurus as well. In the meantime, if you've got a little question, if you fancy a reading for Taurus season, if you fancy a specific reading, stay or leave, do or not do, don't hesitate. Kathy A sent a message greeting me, and Chris, thank you so much. And Sandy Black is saying blessings in all and all in chat. Blessings to you. Thank you so much for messaging earlier this week. That was fun. I'm pulling out the second Hierophant. I'll just give you a little flash of the first Hierophant. Incidentally, if you're watching on Instagram, I might not see your messages. So come and watch us on YouTube or Facebook, where you can go live and enjoy the show and interact with everybody. And also, if you're watching or listening on any of the podcasting platforms, if you're not watching us or listening live, then make sure that you subscribe. Specifically, the YouTube channel is probably the best way to get in touch with, really all the shows and different interactions with the channel. You want to search for Bigfoot Outlaw Grizzly with YouTube, or you can try and find me on Instagram. I'm Inbaal Psychic. And make sure, as Marcus said, that you like and subscribe, and that way you will not miss a show. We have a lot of exciting stuff planned for you for the next month or so. So these are the two Hierophants. They are the main representatives of Taurus in the tarot system. I'm going to put them to one side, read a few more messages, and then we're going to get stuck into a little bit of Taurus wisdom for everyone. So we've got Marcus greeting Sandy. We've got Dal saying hey to everybody. Chris is saying hi to Kathy and to Dal. And Kathy is saying hi about Andrew. Thank you so much. This is a lovely message from Musa, who says, last readings resonated so much that I had to come back today. Yay! Don't be shy. Feel free to ask questions every time. Andrew greeting Kathy, and Cam is here saying hi, beautiful Inbaal. Love, Cam. Lovely to hear you. Lovely to see you. Incidentally, if your fingers, not just Cam, for everybody, if your fingers are not currently in pain or resting or doing something else, smash the like button. The more you interact, the easier it is for us to keep giving out those shows for you for absolutely free. Nilda is here saying hello there, everyone, and Inbaal blessings. Blessings, Nilda. Oh, and thank you for the comment on the Facebook earlier. Thank you. I'm not super active on Facebook, so it's always nice to hear from people when they catch me when I am being active. Thank you so much for whoever put the thumbs up now. Michelle, sorry. Michelle is saying hello, Inbaal. Hello to everyone. Marcus says, hold on, if you're old. Yeah, babe, if you're not new, you're old. For example, Marcus is 100% new. Started first time last week, subscribed, turned up. This is new. This is getting a lot of respect. You, Marcus, on the other hand, are old. You're a survivor. You're grizzled. You advise people. You're not here to receive advice. You're here to give advice. So Musa says, hey, will you be taking personal questions today? Absolutely. Absolutely. Almost every time. Unless there's like a really important session about sort of something specific, almost every time. Oh, and we actually have a plan. Because normally, if I'm on holidays, then I just sort of take a week's break. But we cooked up a little plan that if I go on holidays, I'll pre-record a show with predictions for the coming month. So you can watch it and it'll be like, Aries, your predictions, well, basically like an a live horoscope, only it won't be live. So that one in the future will not have personal questions. But yeah, tonight, absolutely, I'm very here for the personal questions. I spent the whole day writing rather than doing readings. So I am so raring to go. Like, you have no idea. If you don't send me questions, I'm going to start doing readings, just like that with nobody asking. Michelle is greeting the chat. We've got Joey Youngkin saying, "Hey, Inbaal, thank you." Loving seeing my name in all capitals. I'm not going to lie. Roger Blair is here saying, "Howdy, Inbaal, Kathy, Dallin, everyone. Hey, good to see you." Marcus is answering for Musa. Thank you. See, Marcus, that's why you're the show mascot. Everybody. Living Purpose Through God's Word is saying, "Hey, everyone. Hey, special you." And we've got greetings from people to people. So amazing to see you guys. Virgil is saying, "Hey, greetings from Manchester, England, sister." Yeah, I was in Chorley the other day. I went to the Northern Occult Conference to see friends who were coming like from Oxford. So they had no idea. They were saying to me, "Can we meet up in Preston?" They gave me the postcode. It's not Preston at all. It's Chorley. And I said to them, "Chorley is practically Manchester." And they're like, "Really, is it?" So yeah, well done for representing. Mary is greeting Joey and Nilda. Chris is saying, "Glad you are still here on this channel." I know they wanted to kick me out. I said, "No way, I'm not going. I'm staying. I'm staying. I want to be here." Marcus says, "I'm as stubborn as a Taurus. Does that count?" I'll bet it does. Have you got any Taurus in your chart? I have no Earth in my chart at all. No Taurus, no Virgo, no Capricorn. And I think it kind of shows, like with the, we find it very difficult to ground. But yeah, so starting with a message for Sandy. Do you know what? Because I pulled out the Taurus cards, let's just do a little tutorial on the Hierophant, which will tell us a lot of stuff about Taurus. Not all the stuff, because really this just sort of touches a specific aspect of Taurus, like the education aspect. But that gets us started. I also want to hear from you whether you love Taurus, hate Taurus, or have never been married to Taurus. I'm guessing most of you have been married to Taurus at some point, depending how long you've been alive, but most of you have. So let's have a look at what these figures are. So in both types of cards, in both designs, Taurus is a priest who is speaking in front of a congregation. So in the, I don't want to say original, because there have been older decks, but in the most popular design, which is the Rider-Waite-Smith design, designed by Pamela Coleman Smith, known as Pixie, famed Aquarian, we've got the Hierophant with very kind of churchy attire. We have the crosses. We've got him holding like holy artifacts. We've got him all dressed up, and we've got the pillars here. Those are the same pillars that we know from the High Priestess. They're pillars of the temple, as in the Bible, and we have two monks listening to him. So the image here is of the Taurus that knows everything, right? Taurus is very intelligent, highly educated, never stops learning, always with their nose in a book. So that's very, very Taurus. Now, what else we have here? Yeah, really interesting. We've got the two keys. Yeah, this guy's going to have a key. Yeah, we've got a little sneak preview here, the two keys. And what this tells us is that Taurus also have the keys to mysteries. What I mean by keys to mysteries is that here we're looking at education, establishment, learned knowledge, but the keys indicate that he can also access, he or she, yeah, we have Taurus of all types, he or she can also access knowledge that wasn't taught to them. They have past life memories. They have the ability to just know stuff, even if they're not told. They have this connection to nature that makes them understand things on on a personal level. And those monks have got the lily and the rose about them. The lily and the rose are representations that run throughout the tarot, and they represent the cycle of life, of rebirth, what you know, of the creation of life. And indeed, Taurians are very, which one is it? Sensuous or sensual? Yeah, that they sense things, that they feel things, that they like to eat stuff, smell stuff, touch stuff. So we have this sort of very straightforward Taurus, and then in the Thoth deck, it's a very colorful deck. It's very color based, whereas the Rider-Waite Smith is made with the same kind of primary colors. The Thoth deck is very colorful. So the fact that we have here all shades of brown is extremely meaningful. This is the Taurus. It's an earth sign. He is grounded. He likes to have his feet on the ground. He likes to, as I said before, like eat, learn, loves to earn money. And what we have here are the four fixed signs, representations of the four fixed signs. We have here Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. Yeah, lovely to see them. We have the symbol of the bull around him. We have the key again. And inside him, we have the inner child. Now, where in the previous one, we had quite overt mystical symbols, here what's left are kind of the robes. We've got the hat, but we also have the sign of the benediction in his hand. Same as this guy. See how he's holding his hands in a blessing gesture? This guy does it as well. So the symbolism is very, very extremely similar. We also have, if you can see, the five-pointed star, and we have an upside down five-pointed star, but there's also very faintly two triangles that could represent the six-pointed star and are mystical symbols. So now we know a little bit more about the Hierophant and a little bit more about Taurus. Taurus is a sign that loves to love, that loves to be in love, and that loves to experience things. They're very homely, very indoorsy, and you're not going to catch a Taurus in a four-star hotel. No less than five. Yeah, this is very important if you're trying to court a Taurus, if you're trying with a courtship, you want to get them like quality presents, good presents. They're going to expect it. So let's have a little look for Sandy, saying blessings Inbaal. Reading, please. Thoth deck, please. Work related. Let's have a look. Oh. Listen here, Sandy. So first of all, three major arcana cards. You saw I pulled them just from anywhere in the deck. So that means that the work changes are important, they are meaningful, and they're blending together two directions, two options, two opportunities. It looks like you're going in a more creative direction, but it doesn't negate you staying in the kind of grounded direction as well. We've got your intuition playing a very important part, and we have good luck. So if you're trying to choose between two options, it's certainly the creative one, and it's still going to work out very, very lucky for you, like extremely lucky. 3 for 3 is pretty huge, you have to admit. We've got Kathy greeting Chris, so sweet. Andrew, East Coast USA, amazing. So we're like 5 hours apart, so it's not even sunset there yet. Here it's been dark for a couple of hours. Jerry welcoming Chris. Dal saying Taurus here in the house. I hope you didn't take it too much to heart how I described it. We've got welcome, welcome. We've got welcome Ireland. Amazing. Um, and oh, look at that. So John's welcoming Andrew, but Melissa is in India sending us a flower. See, amazing. So it's gone midnight, right? So 1 a.m. Andrew is saying hello. Thanks, Jerry. Oh, wait, no. For India, it must be more like 2, 3 a.m., right? Right? Thank you so much for staying awake for us. Michelle is welcoming. Thank you. Roger Blair is saying I'm in Eastern Kentucky and it's 5:08 p.m. I mean, it was then. I've been talking for 15 minutes. That took the time. We've got you greeting each other, and Virgil says, I am a Libra. I have Libra rising, and when have we got the Libra moon coming up? I was having to look at Libra today because there were rumors circling, not like rumors, it's like definitely confirmed, that Harry Styles, UK singer, is openly dating Zoe Kravitz, US actress. See, I love it when we do coast to coast things. So I had to take a look at their astrological signs, and both of them have Libra rising. And I was like, oh, look, so cute. They have that in common. And then I realized I have Libra rising as well, and I'm not dating either of them. Happily married. But yeah, welcome, Virgil Libra. Um, Chris says, oh, good question. Is there anything I'm not seeing right now that I should know? Let's see. Anything that you're not seeing right now. I wanted to just sort of pull one card out. And again, we have a major arcana, so we're running a little theme. And what you're not seeing is that it's time for the next stage. So this card is really interesting. This is a card that comes when people go through stages. So this could be, like two people that knew each other in kindergarten and then were best friends at school and then went and did like volunteer work together and then they started a business together. So we've got all those layers. Or it could be people who were neighbors and then they got together and fell in love and then they had a baby and then they separated for a while and then they got back together. So we have all these layers. So you see what I mean? This says to you, it's time to turn over to the next layer. It's time to move forward with somebody, to change things completely with the faith, with the belief that any of those changes are for the better. And you've got to go ahead with the changes with a full heart, with a courageous heart, and not just sort of stick in the past out of fear. So let me know if that makes sense, Chris. Kathy says, my son is a Taurus. How lovely. Is he a April Taurus or a May Taurus? Does he have those Taurus qualities? Joey says Capricorn here. One of my kids is a Capricorn. Now, I was saying to a friend yesterday that I've really sort of struggled to find the joy in Capricorn because Capricorns are so serious, they're business minded, but because I have a Capricorn child and I get to see it sort of really close up, and even though they're kind of really mature beyond their years, there's also like a real hilarious streak for the Capricorn, and there's a real humanity. But yeah, loving it, loving it, loving it. Kathy welcoming Sandy. Andrew is moving forward with a question saying, what's ahead for this Taurus in Taurus season? I love how you got the theme twice in one sentence. What is coming up for you this Taurus season? It says that you've moved forward from something that you knew was wrong for you, but was difficult to move forward from. And this could be a relationship that wasn't benefiting you. It could be a friendship. And it says you've moved forward from it. It was hard. In your mind, you're still thinking, should we maybe, is it toxic that we're not friends? Should we be like closer with each other? And it says no, cut that person out of your life completely. Sorry for being so toxic. Cut that person out of your life completely, because this shows a lot of happiness. It shows times outdoors, meeting new people, feeling more fulfilled, exploring more within yourself, exploring your own potential, doing creative stuff. But for you to feel this free, you really need to have no dead weight. Nobody that is depending on you to create a life for them. Do you know what I mean? Let me know. Nilda is welcoming everybody. Joey is welcoming and blessings. And Carl is saying, sup, everyone. Sup, back to you. Um, Nilda is coming in all caps with a question saying, how is this Taurus season going to affect me personally? Thanks, love. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So, how is Taurus season going to affect Nilda? Let's see. Ooh. So, Taurus season is not your ideal time. I remember that you're a Scorpio, right? And Taurus season is like exactly your opposite season. Taurus and Scorpio are 6 months apart on the zodiacal wheel, which means you are polar opposites. Could not be more opposite than what you already are. And it says, I don't want to be negative, but it is going to be a difficult season for you, because you're going to feel like anything that you want to step forward, anything that you want to change, achieve, create, it's just going to feel like delay, delay, delay. And it says that you don't know how to take no for an answer. And I love that about you. So you're going to struggle with those delays coming up. And what it says with this card is that you're going to push, 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 push. And then this one, bang, disappointment. Push, 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 bang, disappointment. So consider this season as a building season. Instead of moving forward, you'll be strengthening yourself, empowering yourself. Do you know what I mean? So stay more at home, more, with a grandbaby, more in the easy environments. And then when Gemini season comes, then you can take the show on the road and, and enjoy yourself and have your fun. Um, um, I just realized, sorry, that earlier when Carl said sup, I didn't even realize that his username was Carl Sup. But I saw it now because Michelle was saying, hey, Carl Sup. I love that. Um, Jer- Jeffrey Sadiq, am I saying it right? Yeah, Jeff. Oh, Jaffa. Jaffa Sadiq saying, I want to know about living together relationships without marriage is good for lifelong or it's bad decision. I need your advice, please. My parents are not accepting this. Let me tell you, your parents are not accepting this because they want for you to be safe. They want for you to be secure. They feel like living together lacks security because there's not the promise. So let's sort of break things down a little bit, right? I hope you're still watching, Jafar. Um, is it better for you to live together or to be married? It's definitely better for you to live together, at least at this stage. If you live together, you're feeling like you're in charge, you're feeling like you're in control, you feel like you're capable. Whereas if you're to get married right now, you would fall into behavior patterns that you don't want to fall into. So let's have a look. What's with the parents? Your parents will get used to it. It's not worth losing your relationship with them over this. So don't allow it to turn into an argument, but they will get used to this. They have their own reasons why they want you to do stuff, but they don't get to tell you. I'm presuming you're an adult, right? So they don't get to tell you. the living together, you can screen record this and let them know living together is better for you for the moment. Maybe living together is not better for you forever, but for the moment, it is the better option. You will be thankful when all is said and done. You will be thankful that that's what you chose. Let's have a look how long before marriage, whether marriage is on the cards for you. When the moment is right and when the person is right, you will march down the aisle like your life depends on it. At the moment, you don't want to get married because you know that at the moment and with this person, it's not the right choice. But you will have big love, huge love, marriage, babies, like the whole like rom-com, the entire thing. There's no rush. There's no rush. There's plenty of time for that. Let me know if that makes sense. Marcus says lots of psychic stuff planned for the next month or so. Sounds fun. I know we've been having meetings. Joey says hey to Dal. Musa is saying, hey Inbaal, last time you mentioned I will get my first corporate job in June. So do you see good career growth ahead? Maybe even an opportunity abroad? Let's have a look. So corporate job, I remember because you only asked about work and it was like bang on what what you're going to do and everything. Let's see. So Musa wants to have a look whether there's good career growth ahead and opportunity abroad. And it looks like there is good career growth. What we're seeing is year on year. So this June, we've got a start. And then the June after that, we've got a promotion. And then the June after that, you'll be seeing sort of other opportunities. Do you see what I mean? So it'll be year on year. So within the year, it's just like learning, getting better. And then another opportunity comes. It's every 12 months that you'll kind of burst into like further and further success. And the opportunity abroad definitely comes, 100% comes. This is a card of travel, journeys, packing up and leaving. So it's definitely happening. You're not going to have an ordinary sort of rise up with your work. You will switch and change different styles of work, different types of work. So it's going to be quite diverse for you. And then, yes, you will have all the opportunities that you want. You're just at the start of your career. It's so fulfilling to be able to give you those predictions because things are going to happen quite exactly the way that you're envisaging them. So we've got Joey giving me a little reminder to say welcome Ireland. We are broadcasting, I think possibly for the first time, primarily to a new Irish audience. So I would like to welcome Ireland and do a special welcome because we're talking about Taurus season right now. During Taurus season, the spiritual world, the pagan world, embarks on a festival called May Day, or in English, Beltane. And I know that in Irish, that is called Bealtaine, and that is the name of all of the month of May. That's when you've got like the maypoles and, going out into nature to sort of look for fair maidens. So if you're joining us for the first time from Ireland, make sure that you leave us that in the message and that we can give you a big Bigfoot Outlaw welcome from all of us here. If you are joining us from Dublin, from Sligo, from the West Coast, if you're joining us from Drogheda, if you're joining us from Cavan, the countryside, let us know where you are and how come you suddenly found us. Exciting to have you here. Um, we've got Kathy A welcoming, Musa confirming that he has already liked. If you're watching and you haven't liked or loved the show yet, make sure that you do it now. And I'm just flashing the messages where you're greeting each other because I don't want to fall too far behind. And Joey says, "We love you here on this channel. You're not going anywhere without a fight." That's what I'm saying. No, it'll be a job to try and get rid of me here. I'll still be turning up. I'll still put my lipstick on and go live. Marcus says, "Ooh, I have it as my midhaven, if I recall, about Taurus." Right. So you know what my midhaven is? It's Aquarius. So we have that. Bill Hall says, "I was born September 23. How Libra am I?" Very Libra. Very Libra. Dal says, "Can I get a Taurus reading, please?" Absolutely. This is Dal's Taurus reading. Ooh. So we've got you looking at all the opportunities in the world, the different places you could live, the different jobs you could do. And you say to yourself, that's all right. I'm happy with what I've got, which I love, this humility, this like acceptance. It's beautiful. But it says that even though you're all like stable, happy with what you've got, you still struggle with indecisiveness. You still struggle with indecision. And it'll be a good idea whenever you're offered something to really think whether you want it or whether you don't want it. Because you're kind of at a stage where you're automatically saying, no, thank you, no, thank you, I'm happy. Beautiful, but you could be missing out on opportunities. And specifically, it shows opportunities around studying and reading, like reading books. So yeah, let me know. Let me know if you've turned things away, if you've turned opportunities away. David Shetty says, "Can you do me?" I can do you. Let's see. And look at that. It's so cute. You sent it twice in 1 minute. Let's see what we've got here for David. Right, David, look, it shows that you have had your wild life. You've done all the naughty things and you've gone crazy. And it says that you're really trying to sort of be a good boy now. You're really trying to sort of be stable and strong. And you're thinking, is this boring? You're thinking, does it mean that I'm boring? No, it doesn't. By allowing some quietude, by allowing, sorry, just leaning into my water, by allowing some stability, you can really glow. You can really shine. So don't question yourself. The instincts that got you to sort of be more self-loving, more self-caring, those instincts were correct. You're doing fine. You're doing the right thing for you. I actually have a message from Instagram. I hope you're still watching, Sheller. And Sheller says, "Would you please advise how Taurus season will affect my upcoming competitive sporting event and your thoughts on my mentor?" So let's have a look at Taurus affecting and the mentor. You've got incredible cards. So I've got to tell you, the competition during Taurus season might not be as lucky as you want it to be, but it is certainly a month to make yourself much stronger, much more mentally focused. And what I love about your mentor is that this is somebody who knows both the emotional side of being, a competitor, which is not the same as, as doing sport for fun. It's a whole different game emotionally, but also being sort of quite strong. I feel like your mentor is not very like sweet. Do you know what I mean? Some people are like really enthusiastic and some people are just sort of more low key. So I feel like your mentor is very super professional, just a little bit low key. So you're not sure where you stand. But I feel like it's really positive moving forward. Keep going. I took two cards, both of them were major arcana. That is already an amazing sign. Chris is saying, Mother is Taurus, Taurus Sun, Leo. Yeah. Renegade Continuum is saying, oh my God, I finally caught your live. I can't believe that we were chatting all week and now you've caught my live. That's incredible. Very excited to have you here. Mwah. And I think we've had a few Libras, right? So we've got you to join the Libras as well. She goes, it's Ange. I know, it's the same as your Instagram name. I didn't think it was some other Renegade Continuum. Kathy A says, any reading for my Taurus sun, 3rd of May 2001. He's stubborn too. He just told me he wants to return to university for a psychology degree after his dad's cancer death 2 years ago. Wow, there is a lot to unpack there. But let's have a look. That is just so amazing because Taurus have that insight, like they could be amazing at psychology. My brother's Taurus, he did a psychology degree. What Taurus have is the ability to just sort of listen to people without feeling like, feeling guilty about it or without feeling uncomfortable about other people's emotions. That is a gift. Let's have a look at his psychology degree. The psychology degree won't necessarily move him towards a psychology career. He wants it just for the degree. And even within the degree journey, he's going to go in and out a few times. I feel like the psychology people are really good for him to have around. And that will allow him to kind of reimagine his future professionally, but it's not going to be a future in being a professional psychologist. And I'm so sorry for your loss as well. Marcus says, never been married, most certainly not a Taurus, and I can't see myself getting married ever now. I'm so happy as a single person as I want kind of person. So, so Taurus is no. Brilliant. So we've got Mother is Taurus, Sun, Leo rising. Quite the combo. Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, right? So with the Taurus, stubborn, with the Leo, always right. It must be something. And Sandy says, my mom was a Taurus, right? So all of us have had a bit of Taurus. And says, I used to catch the Instagram live. That was a while ago. That was a while ago. So it was like most of 2019, all of 2020, all of 2021, and then a little bit of 2022. So it's been gone. It's been gone 4 years. But yeah, that was, it was good times. It was good times. I was so dedicated to that Instagram live, and it would absolutely like kill me because I was trying to give everybody their readings, but not like talk about a topic too much. So it was like read. And I remember there was one Sunday that I finished all those readings and I couldn't disconnect it. I was going to go for an hour. It went on far longer than an hour. And I was just like so confused. And I had to sort of run in the back room and everything was going to like things were exiting me. And I hate vomiting. I was like, so not my thing. And then the following Sunday, the same thing happened. And that was when I started thinking, maybe I need to cut it down a little bit. Daldal says, I love being a Taurus because people think they understand us and then they have to eat crow. Yes, they do. I love that. Daldal says, you're so right describing a Taurus. Because my brother's a Taurus and I've had like really kind of insider info, but also the tarot helps so much. You know how I was showing you earlier, like the lily and the rose on the Hierophant. So here we also have, so we've got the Ace of Pentacles here. So we have lilies here and there's roses in the back. And I've got like the Queen. I think she's only got roses. Yes, I've got the Queen of Pentacles here. I've got roses. I think no lilies. But yeah, I adore the tarot aesthetic and how things kind of show up again in different cards. Chris loved that with Dal Dal. So Ange says, what is my current energy? Let's look. Right. Your current energy is, first of all, getting rid of stuff in the past, watching things die. So if there's something around you in nature, maybe the big melt is still going on. Maybe there are sort of winter birds that are flying away. Whatever's going on over there in the snow. First of all, that has to perish, and then we have creativity and, of course, psychic skill. So while you work on your creativity, if you pull towards drawing again, painting, while you're working on your creativity, music, that increases your psychic skill. While you take a break from creativity and focus on your psychic skill, that increases the creativity. They kind of create a feedback loop with each other, and it is a beautiful creative psychic feedback loop. But first, things need to perish. Nilda is the saying, my oldest grandgirl is Taurus, just turned 14 yesterday. Happy birthday, and what a very, very special date. Rob is here saying hello, hello. How are we all? He says, dark and windy. What is this hurricane? I've been called worse. Marcus says, do a reading, whatever comes through. I mean, I know bits from what you've said last week, so that's in line, ready to roll. But anything which comes through, let's have a little look what comes through. So, the house move is coming up again. It also shows opportunities. I think some schemes, some systems, not like bad schemes, like, and not exactly back to work schemes, but skill acquiring schemes are going to be offered to you. And that comes together with studies. So obviously you already do, and you always have done a lot of studying by yourself, teaching yourself new skills, but there's something that's coming like from the outside. So there's going to be like a course or a training that's offered to you from the state. And, I see you going for it. And very, very rightly so. So listen, I've only got like 8-9 minutes left. Don't panic if I haven't got to you. I'll get to you next week. Sandy saying thank you so much. Joey is saying, hey, Michelle. Chris is saying, I'm Libra rising too. Yay, high five me. Libra rising. Very cute, very elegant. Joey's saying, hey to Roger. Robert says, your nails are beautiful. Mwah, thank you. You're so kind. Marcus says, moon in Libra is 28th of April. Right, coming up in 1 week. Very good, very good. It's going to be just before the full moon, because the full moon is going to be in Scorpio. Rob says, I have a bestie that's Capricorn. We laugh so much. Our friendship is built on trauma and laughter. Sometimes they're the same thing. Chris is saying, yes, I know what next stage I want, but just stuck in this waiting or in between phase. Ready for move, new home, business, just a matter of the spirit's divine timing. I really hope you believe in divine timing. I do a lot. And Andrew says, yes, a relationship where a lot was hidden, but I took the loss, healed, and moved on. I am so proud of you that you did that. Well done. Um, Marcus says, I just realized I didn't say please for the reading. I apologize. So please and thank you. Please and thank you back to you. Um, Oh, Andrew says thank you. Marcus is excited to see Rob. Rob is excited to see Marcus. Um, just flashing up some messages so I can get to. Um, right. So, and so it would be funny if the Princess of Discs or Fool pops out for me. So it was the High Priestess and Art, which is the same as Strength. It's in a way almost exactly the opposite. And the swords was the Seven of Swords. So it's almost exactly the opposite. It's showing you not what is now, but what you're sort of stepping towards. Marcus is giving his medical history to Rob. Sandy is saying thumbs up, people. Absolutely. Do you know, we've got so many of you watching today, and I've got one like and one heart. We can do better, right? Rob says chugging along. Nilda says that is so true. Thank God my gran and I get along. But a 14-year-old is not easy. No, I should imagine as a Taurus that is extra complicated. Rob says, what was the theme that we're having readings about? I will take one, please, wherever it is. General, if they weren't for a set, then please and thank yous. Absolutely. This could be towards one of the final readings of the evening. Let's have a look what is going on with Rob. So we're looking at Taurus season for you the next 4 weeks. A lot of work, a lot of happiness. Look at that. So you'll be working a lot. That's fine. It's fine. You'll have a lot of happiness, a lot of chats with people who are on your side, a lot of positive interactions, and legal stuff. So legal documents are starting their long journey to your hands. You'll be having to fill things, sign things. You know what it's about. I know what it's about. It's coming. It's there. And the fact that we're looking at Taurus season means that it's happening in the next 4 months. Sorry, 4 weeks. Sorry, I was so confused. I was going to say 4 months, but what? No, 4 weeks, not 4 days. Sabrina is here saying hola, 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 hola. Chris is saying whole enchilada. Congrats, Jaffers. Very cute. Sabrina is saying buenas tardes, Marcus and Rob. Love it. Cam is saying, sorry. See, I've completely lost it. That's it. My brain is shut down, and that's what we've got now. Cam says, Inbaal, can I have a reading for the week, please? Absolutely. So, Cam, your reading for the week is positive, excited. Ooh. So you've got no major arcana at all. It means, sorry, I just dropped one card. No major arcanas at all. They're all minor arcanas. And so it means that the week is not life changing. It's just one of those weeks that's kind of ordinary. We've got at the start of the week time spent with family. It shows you babysit like nieces, nephews, something like that. It's time spent with family. It's, easygoing. And then towards the middle of the week, we've got some new beginnings. You find like new, food combos that you're excited to try. You find like new entertainment that you're excited to get entertained by. And then the weekend is actually the calmest of all. The weekend shows you for sitting down, reading, learning stuff. So it's certainly not a life changing week, but it is positive. Right, just a few more messages before we sign off. Remember, I will still be here next week. If you're joining us for the first time from Ireland, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube so that you can catch us anytime. Marcus is greeting Sabrina. Rob is greeting Sabrina. Dal is greeting Joey. Musa says, thank you so much. Sending love from India. It's already midnight here, so I'll head to sleep now. Have very, very sweet nights. Um, Marcus says, I'm good. Sorry. Sabrina says to Marcus, I'm good. Just running around like Speedy Gonzalez at work. There we go. So this is just to explain to Sabrina. In an English accent, andele sounds like underlay. But but that's cool. We know what we mean. One love, everyone, says Joey. Amazing. Marcus says that he can do several different Irish accents. I can't do even the one of them. Sabrina says my rising is Libra. Yay! So we have that. Brilliant. And there we go. The very, very final reading for today is Sabrina, who says, if it's not too late, can I have a Taurus season reading, please? Absolutely. So your Taurus season reading says that things are changing for the better. You leave some stuff behind, some new stuff comes, right? And you're making it work in your favor. Financial matters are much better. Either it's the thing that's supposed to take a long time and it takes a short time, or it's the thing that brings the big change and is more money. But yeah, it's there in a big way. And look at that. So the final card for the final reading about Taurus season is the Taurus card. And it shows, interestingly, because obviously of where you work, it shows an educational environment. It shows potentially some studies, maybe a new diploma, maybe applying for a scholarship of some sort. And it shows you stable, secure, and standing in your own truth. Not that bad overall. I'm going to have to finish for today, as much as I'd love to stay here for the whole night. If you want to join us next time, we're going to have a different topic, but the readings will still be here. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube so that you never have to miss a show, and make sure that you press some likes for us. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I will see you hopefully same time next week. Bye.
YouTube channel near you.